Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ancestral Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni, and today we're going to be talking about how music affects depression, and we're going to be talking some forms of depression. First to say, I've been gone for a little bit. I know my videos haven't been up. I've been trying. I got a new project in that I'm trying to finish and up and coming start project. I have a truck and I want to be able to fix that. But that does not leave me away from what I want to do. This is my hobby, so it's not really something that I put up with, like to say this is not my first priority, making videos. I hope it becomes that. Went to the beach, got out the house, I'm a little burnt. From my last video, you can probably tell that I was a little bit whiter. Or lighter. So today we're going to be talking about how, oh, excuse me, my mouth is really dry, medication. Water break. So today we're going to be talking about how music affects your mental health. So, knowing me, I like a lot of sad music, little 3-minute, X, Juice, so on and so forth, Little Peep. And I'll listen to indie, a whole lot of just guitar. I really don't care about my music genre. But if it's sad, I feel like I have an emotional connection because I just feel how sweet it is and how vulnerable somebody feels whenever they're playing that music. And it's always a story behind it. Sorry. It's always a story behind it. And today I wanted to say that, I know that sometimes, we get down and we just want to add more to our downness. So we listen to somebody who understands us, who feels us, but then we get this idea that they become us. What I mean by that is when you're listening to, for instance, when I listen to Juice, I feel what he is talking about, and it relates to me so much that some things that he says that I didn't go through, that I feel that pain and hoping to never go through that. So I kind of like stray away from those problems in my real life. And I think we need to listen to happy music to feel happy. And whenever you're fully happy, you can listen to sad music. And there's no, what's sad and what's happy. I feel like whatever puts you down is a sad song. Whatever makes you relate to the real world is a sad song. And whatever makes you feel happy is something that you want in the future, that you personally think, hey, this is what I'm going to get in the future. So I think about it in that way. At the moment, I'm not listening to any music. I stray away. My mood has been better. I feel like I'm a little guinea pig and I'm trying to test things out for y'all. So this is something that I tested out. I feel like I'm able to do a little bit more than usual. I'm not listening to any music at the moment. I'm not putting myself down. I'm not putting myself in those thoughts of saying, hey, you're worthless, your self-pity. And yes, I do say them. This is, I'm chemically imbalanced to say that. I do say that a lot, like I'm worthless and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to take not the rope, wrong choice of words. You got to take the handle and just keep on pedaling, keep on going. But I would do like to say that I was reading this book. It's called Over Anxiety and Depression. Overcoming anxiety and depression. And this is like more of I feel like it's more of a Christian book or more religious book, due to the fact that it does talk about like God and how he made us to be fitted in his eyes. I'm not a religious person. But I just feel like, you know, it has some good points in here. If you want to get it, I mean, I got it out of a store near me, but hey, store near you. Anyways, overcoming anxiety and depression, practice tools to help you deal with negative emotions, Bob Phillips. So this is the front cover. I don't know if you want to go and read it. To me, it's very more informative. It's more of what it is, what depression is, and what anxiety is, and it shows you like what type of anxiety you have or what type of depression you have. And there's other subjects in here, but since I only have anxiety and depression, I feel like that's more of a me type of reading. So I am going to show you this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. These are some of the symptoms. Well, not symptoms. These right here are what depressions are there. And I know I can't say that right, but I've been trying to practice on like how I was going to say it. But there's about 3 subjects here, right? And it states that there's mild, moderate, and severe. I have severe. I will be reading them out. So mild depression, house days, normal function. Mental, how you feel. Self-doubt, resentment, self-pity. Physical, these are like physical things that happen. Loss of appetite, sleepiness, unkept appearance. So I talk about this in my other videos. I talk about how you never want to fall into moderate depression. There's always going to be mild depression where you're going to have the bad days, and we can't let ourselves fully indulge in those. We got to get up, we got to look presentable, we got to brush our teeth, got to get up and clean, you know, do anything that makes you feel good, right? You set small goals for yourself, I promise you'll see a better difference. Emotional, this is another subject in mild depression. Emotional, disconnected. All right, back to what I was saying. So irritability comes whenever you're not sleeping enough. Most likely you'll be tired and just don't want to handle the BS during the day, right? So that's where that irritability probably comes from tiredness and not being able to sleep. Discouraged people usually try to handle the problem alone. So whenever you handle these problems, like when you're barely finding out that you have depression, it's easier to tell somebody that you fully trust. So basically, you'll tell somebody that you trust, or a friend, family member, anybody that you feel like it's able to help you for what you need help on, right? So, I mean, it's good to help ask a friend to help you out through these days, and you know you easily will come out of it. If not, sorry, I'm trying to get those words out. If not, I mean, nobody ever gets over depression. You're able to handle it more, right? So I feel like telling a friend will help you, or a family member help you get out more, do more activities rather than just stay in bed all day. Moving on. Moderate depression. This is more of it's starting to get a little bit up there, right? It's beginning to be more of a problem. Self-critical, angry, self-pity, apathy. That's for mental, right? Self-critical, angry, and self-pity, that's for mental. Self-critical, you're always looking at yourself in a view of discomfort. You're just angry, and you're always sorry for yourself. And I feel like sometimes we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, you're looking good today, and just move on. And some days I won't even look in the mirror. I feel like that's a good practice, not to even look in the mirror whenever you feel like that's something you should do. Just not look in the mirror, keep on going throughout your day, and do it for like a week, and you'll see like you're not always looking at yourself, you're not always critiquing yourself for it. Physical, apathy, hypochondria, and whippiness. I don't know what those definitions mean, but I'll link them in the description below. I heard of hypochondriac and weeping. I feel like weepiness is something that I dealt with. I mean, I've always been like, I would always like be in my room and like sleep and, you know, just cry. But I'll go ahead and link the description below for those definitions. For emotional, it's distress, sorrow, and loneliness. Again, dealing with depression. I was never, at first, you know, growing up, I was never the type to be alone. Like, never wanted to be alone. I always wanted a friend to be by my side. But after I got into depression and anxiety, after dealing with the symptoms of like not wanting to be around anybody and, you know, liking myself time, I feel like it's played a part in my life really big. And it's not saying that goes for everybody, you know. Maybe sometimes you do want somebody around and, you know, you like to laugh. I do often, but nowadays I just like being alone. So loneliness, I already talked about that. Sorrow, it comes with like being sad and stuff. And de-stress, always stressing. Everything's gonna stress you out no matter what. Moving on. Disappointed. People often talk about with others to get advice and help with their problems. Disappointed. People often talk about with others to get advice and help with their problems. I think this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. To maybe tell a friend. You know what I mean? I feel like it's so easy for me because I already, you know, told somebody, but maybe you can go out and talk to whoever you got around. And if you don't have anybody around, my DMs are always open and I'm here for you. Severe depression. This is something that I have. Self-rejection, bitterness, self-pity. Self-rejection, I told you, I don't look in the mirror. Bitterness, it comes from like how I was back in, you know, my younger age to now. I feel like I would be a different person. Self-pity, why am I always like this? Why even go through days? Like, you know, why even keep going? Self-pity, you know, like, oh, why me? Always me. But get out of the mentality, guys. Withdrawals, when you're talking to somebody, if I'm talking to somebody, I'll kind of like zone out. Withdrawals is more like a daydream. It's very normal. It's because you always have something in your mind and you're not able to think about something or keep a conversation going. And it's totally normal. If it gets to a point where you're just constantly withdrawing, maybe talk to a doctor. Well, talk to a doctor. Passivity. I don't know what that says. Passivity. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. Catatonia. Those definition below. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know what that says, but I'll go ahead and link the description below for those words. Oops, bug went out of my hand. We're gonna go with emotions. So it's helplessness, schizophrenia, abandonment. So emotions for hopelessness. I do feel hopeless at times. I tell everybody, hey, not feeling well today. I don't feel like I'm able to go through my days because I don't have hope. Or, you know, thinking about next month, think about the year after that. And I'm always hopeless, you know, like, why am I not going to get the things that I want in life? And I feel like in time, you know, it'll happen. We just got to wait. You know, you got to keep trying. You got to keep failing. And no matter how much failing sucks, you got to keep going at it, right? Schizophrenia, I don't have any symptoms for that. I think you know, later on might get it, but at the moment I feel fine. There's nothing of that. Abandonment, Yep. Sorry. Abandonment. I do have like abandonment issues. You know, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just due to the fact that, like, again, I'm alone half my time. But when I'm not alone, I have friends or family over, and I just feel like, you know, they have to leave at one point. And I feel like that's where I like being by myself. I don't have to go through that, the fact that I have to lose them. And I guess that's why I like being, I have abandonment issues. I don't like losing my people. Despair. People stop talking about the problems and start taking drugs and electric shock treatment. That's not gonna happen to you. Promise. Not the electric shock treatment. But if you do go through problems and you just resort to taking drugs or making your, you know, if you try to get, this is what I'm trying to say. If you're trying to get away from what you have through drugs, it's not going to be easy to get off the drugs, and it's not going to be healthy for you. You got to do it on your own. You can't always escape from a route. Some people sleep. Some people, you know, smoke. Some people drink. Ways to get away from what they have to deal with the real world. I took pills. You know, I'm an open book. My medication, I overdid my medication because I felt like it wasn't working for me. So I stopped. Well, I didn't stop my medication. I went down to the proper amount of medication. I got up my butt and I started working out. I'm no longer, you know, having those, you know, take. I'm, you know, I used to take them as needed. Now I take them twice a day. One in the morning, one at night. So, I'm begging you, at the end of this, you know, this is the end of the video, and I'm trying to let you know that, you know, there's depressions out there, and you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of, hopefully you can screenshot this, you know what I mean? You can screenshot this and, you know, read about it. But, any note, I know this video's been like wild and stuff. I gotta get back into the routine. But in a later video, we'll go ahead and talk about how some people take drugs to get over their mental health. And in this video, I just want you to remember that music affects your mental health as much as everyday things in life, right? You're not gonna have a good day if you're always listening to sad. You know what I mean? If you're not putting yourself in these moods of being better and being good, you'll never get out of that despair and that loneliness and that sorrowness. So we must listen to music of happiness. And sometimes you don't even listen to music at all. Just get away from the music. If you feel like you're always listening to sad and there's no other music that fills your brain and your needs, get off the music. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to tell you, but that's part of the reason you're always doubting yourself. That's part of the reason you're always down. We did talk about how there's some type of depressions out there. And if you're feeling any of this, you know, talk to a friend, talk to a family member. I always tell y'all guys, remember, talk to somebody. But that's it for my video. Thank you for watching. Love y'all.